Hey YouTube, Thrifty Picker here. Just wanted to say a couple things about, oh, that's my e-cig. If you're selling shoes or different various items, especially shoes, when it comes to buying secondhand shoes, look at the quality. I'm sure you've heard this before, or you may even know this. But also, when you get them, check the quality. The brand, of course, to see how well they're selling. And when you take them home, put some extra time into them. If they're a good quality shoe and you want a good dollar amount profit for these shoes, if they need cleaning, take the time, the extra time, to get in there and really clean them up. Let me show you something real quick. I got these Shermans. These are the ID Nike Sherman shocks, and they weren't filthy, but they were dirty. You know, they had grass and dirt and mud, not really mud, but buildup in the grooves of the soles and in here. As you can see, they don't anymore. They might have a little bit of residue, but I haven't taken the alcohols to it yet. But I really want to get a good dollar amount for these shoes. So I'm going to take the extra time to make sure these shoes look as good as possible, almost new. I want to make sure that the customer looks at that and says, man, I really like those shoes. Those look so good for being pre-owned. So I'm going to take the extra time. A lot of people may not. But I look at it as, would I buy it? So if it's something that catches my eye and it looks good, yeah, I would buy it. But if it's dingy looking, I'm talking about online used items, if it's dingy looking, muddy, dirty, grungy, even though it's a good quality shoe, if it looks like it hasn't never been cleaned, I'm going to pass on it. And that's my attitude. And I worked in manufacturing for a long time, and we also had to do quality checks of our stuff. So I always looked at it this way. When I went around and did my random checks to my crew, I looked at their final outcome, and if there was something wrong with it, I'd take it back to them and say, you know, if I was a customer, I would be sending this back. And they'd be asking me why, and I'd point out all the, what was wrong with it. And they agreed. Yeah, okay. So they would take it back and they would rework it, repair it, and make it, the way it should be. Now, you can't make a used pair of shoes look like they just come out of the box off the store shelves. But you can take a little extra time to get them as close as possible to that. And, I use, with these, these are like have a vinyl on them. You can kind of hear that. Take a little bit of alcohol to them. I clean the bottoms. I take a brush, hard wire, not wire brush, but a hard plastic bristle brush, and I scrub the bottoms. I scrub them while they're dry and get all the loose stuff. Then I take like a dentist pick, and I pick out all the dirt. I take, and especially on these here, you get stuff up in there, so I took a rag up in there and kind of shoe shined it type deal, when you run it back and forth, and get all the dirt and debris out of there that you can. And, excuse me, coffee's coming back to haunt me. Do the very best that you can to make shoes look as good or as close to new as possible. If you want a high dollar for the shoe, if you know they're selling it between $60 to $100, you want to make sure they look good enough for somebody to want to pull that out of their pocket and say, hey, I want those shoes. So just a quick tip. If you're selling shoes, put a little extra time into them, because if you do, it's going to put a little extra money in your pocket. So this has been the Thrifty Picker. Keep on picking. You never know what you're going to find. Bye.